They called it the golden age of rallying, a time when engineering ambition knew no limits and drivers danced on the razor's edge between brilliance and catastrophe. Group B wasn't just a motorsport category, it was a movement, a mechanical revolution that forever changed how we see rallying. It all began in 1982, when the FIA introduced new regulations aimed at encouraging technological innovation and manufacturer participation. Known as Group B, these rules had almost no restrictions on design, weight, or power. To qualify, manufacturers only had to produce 200 homologation road cars, a small number that unleashed a creative storm. Unlike its predecessor, Group 4, which limited modifications and kept cars closer to production spec, Group B invited designers to go wild. And they did. Cars like the Audi Quattro brought all-wheel drive technology into the spotlight, proving that it could dominate in the mud and snow of rally stages. Before that, four-wheel drive was considered heavy and unnecessary. Audi shattered that myth, winning rallies across Europe and inspiring a wave of innovation. Then came the Lancia 037, the last rear-wheel drive car to win a World Rally Championship. Its lightweight construction and razor-sharp handling made it a driver's dream, even if it struggled to match the Quattro's traction in tricky conditions. Peugeot arrived with the 205 T16, a car that looked like a small city hatchback, but hid a mid-mounted turbocharged engine and four-wheel drive system. It was brutally fast and agile, and under the hands of drivers like Timo Salonen and Juha Kankkunen, it dominated the mid-80s rally scene. Ford also joined the madness with the RS200, a futuristic-looking machine that combined cutting-edge aerodynamics with a lightweight body and a ferocious turbocharged engine. The technological race pushed power outputs to insane levels. By 1986, some cars were producing over 600 horsepower and weighing as little as 900 kilograms. Acceleration figures rivaled Formula One cars of the same era. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds on gravel roads, surrounded by trees and cliffs. But while the machines were becoming faster and more advanced, the safety standards of the rallies remained primitive. Spectators stood only inches from the road, often spilling onto the track to touch the cars as they roared past. Drivers had to navigate not just the treacherous terrain, but also seas of human bodies. The risk was constant and terrifying. Cars flew off cliffs, rolled down mountainsides, or burst into flames. For many, this was part of the appeal. The raw, unfiltered danger made Group B feel alive, unpredictable, and utterly intoxicating. At the center of this chaos were the drivers, larger-than-life personalities who became legends. Henri Tuavonen was one of the brightest stars, known for his fearless driving and unmatched car control. He seemed to have an almost telepathic connection to the Lancia Delta S4, a twin-charged monster that could out-accelerate almost anything on Earth. Ari Vatanen, another icon, was a magician behind the wheel of the Peugeot 205 T16. His runs were described as ballets on gravel, a perfect mix of aggression and grace. Walter Röhrl, the cool and analytical German, famously refused to drive for teams he didn't fully believe in, earning him the nickname the Professor. But the same cars that made these drivers heroes also posed unimaginable risks. In 1986, the tragic turning point arrived. At the Tour de Corse rally in Corsica, Toivonen and his co-driver, Sergio Cresto, lost control of their Lancia Delta S4. The car veered off a cliff, crashed, and exploded into flames. Both men died instantly. That accident shocked the motorsport world to its core. Just weeks earlier, another fatal crash had claimed the life of a driver and injured dozens of spectators. Suddenly, the price of pushing the limits became too high to ignore. The FIA acted swiftly. By the end of 1986, Group B was banned, and all manufacturers were forced to withdraw their cars. A new era, Group A, began in 1987, a much more regulated, safer, and more conservative approach to rallying. But Group B was more than just a collection of races or cars. It was a raw expression of what happens when human ambition meets technological freedom. It was about pushing the envelope, about refusing to accept that any limit was truly fixed. For many fans, Group B represents the ultimate what-if in motorsport. What if it hadn't been banned? How far could the cars have evolved? Would they have become even faster, safer, or perhaps even wilder? Today, the surviving Group B cars are treated as sacred relics. They appear at historic rallies and special events, often driven cautiously to preserve their value and honor their dangerous legacy. Yet when the engine fires up and that guttural, violent sound echoes through the forest, it's impossible not to feel chills down your spine. Group B wasn't just about speed. It was about courage, art, and emotion. It was a celebration of the human desire to go further, faster, and to create something that feels truly alive. The engineers of the time didn't just build cars. They created monsters that challenged physics and terrified even the bravest drivers. The spectators didn't just watch. They became part of the show, risking their lives to get closer to the raw power and energy. While Group B's reign was short-lived, its spirit continues to inspire. From modern rally cars to hypercars on the road, echoes of Group B's innovations can still be seen today. Turbocharged power, advanced aerodynamics, lightweight materials, and of course the spirit of no-compromise performance. Ask any rally fan what era they would visit if they had a time machine, and almost all would say the same: Group B. For 4 brief years, rallying was a wild, beautiful, dangerous dance that has never been repeated, and probably never will be. As we look back now, we see Group B not just as an era, but as a symbol of what happens when passion outruns caution, when genius is allowed to shine without a safety net. It's a reminder that greatness often comes with risk, and that some legends are born not in the safety of wind tunnels or boardrooms, but in the mud, snow, and chaos of a rally stage. So here's to Group B, the wildest, most glorious chapter in rallying history. May its spirit continue to roar long after the engines have fallen silent.